Where does AI fit into this picture?
Yeah, AI is a big conversation. In my opinion, the reason we need Web 5 is because of AI. AI is going to change everything. And it already is starting, but it's only going to, again, gradually and suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
It's only going to grow as time goes on. And some of the issues, such as verifying the identity of a bot versus a human, Twitter has that problem all the time. They haven't been able to figure out a solution, right? Verifiable credentials and DIDs will allow you to be able to see who is a bot and who is a real flesh and blood human being. You'll be able to.
How does that work?
Yep.
Yeah.
So AI can't do certain things that I can.
Mm-hmm.
If I go to 7-Eleven and buy something, that's something that AI can't do. The GPS route that I took, AI can't do that. So you'll be able to look at an account and based on the metadata, determine whether or not that's human or an AI. You'll also be able to look at the server in which that data is hosted on. And everything that is produced from these Bitcoin nodes are cryptographically signed with your verification attached. So if a deep fake were to be released of me saying something I would never say or doing something I would never do, I could prove where that content originated from without it being a privacy violation. Because the alternative would be mandatory human verification for everything that happens at all times. And the reason I say that is because with deep fakes, it's bad now. But when you're scrolling through Instagram and every single post is an AI generated piece of content and you can no longer tell fiction from reality, when all of your friends are calling and it sounds like them and it looks like them and it's not them, people will be clamoring for a solution. The internet will be mired in total illusion.
Wow.
We need a way to be able to determine what is true, what is false, what is a real flesh and blood human being. And one of the reasons why the CBDCs will be so widely adopted is your bank isn't going to risk doing business with an AI. How are they going to verify who you are? And I believe that the most elegant solution is for everyone to hold their identity, their data, and their money. And that can be accomplished with a Bitcoin node.
So like this is another angle on Bitcoin is truth, right? If it's this means by which we prevent the illusory internet you're describing.
Exactly.
Something that maintains the truthfulness of digital interactions, communications. How is that balanced then with privacy, security, these other things?
Yeah.
Because
I
right imagine
now,
there's got to be some trade-offs in there, right?
Yeah, there might be some friction, but you're going to want that if AI is attacking your network and hacking into all of your devices. That's one of the issues with Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, that's one of the issues with the internet today, is that everyone is connected to everyone. And so the moment I plug in my router, I'm getting hit with 3,000 attacks a day trying to find a vulnerability. The only reason that's happening is because everyone's connected to everyone all the time. In Web 5, your node would connect to another node that you trust.
It's like a trust, circles of trust versus just many to many.
And it may be free for me to send information to my neighbor. There's probably no cost to that. But sending information across the country, there may be some nodes that information needs to travel on to get there. And that's where it would cost. And so imagine AI attacking your network. It can do so easily. It can attack everybody at once. It can do it nonstop every day. Imagine if AI needed a Bitcoin balance to be able to attack your network. And imagine if you got rich off that. It's hitting your your node 50 times a day, and every single time you get some micro eCash payment or lightning payment, whichever one it eventually will be. And so it solves problems that even big tech hasn't solved yet. They haven't figured out a way to keep us safe from bad actors with AI. And with AI growing so fast and being forced into the products that we use, Microsoft Recall, Apple Intelligence, big tech is accelerating the rollout of AI in a really big way. And it's concerning because, again, that AI lives on someone else's computer. One of the devices that we're working on, one of the projects that my team and I are working on currently, is an AI that lives on a server in your home. And it manages all of your smart products. And if the internet were to go down, that AI would just keep going, no problem. Everything in your house works. Right now, if you lose internet connection because you forgot to pay your bill or a tree fell down on some wires, your Alexa unit won't even respond to you if you say, "Hey, Alexa." If you try to talk to Siri with the internet down, you've got nothing. With a AI that is in your home, under your control, that you can pull the plug on, that is a safe AI. That's a private AI. That AI can manage your day-to-day tasks and your data without causing you an unnecessary risk for that data being given to somebody else, stolen, etc.
Is this an, proof of work obviously was invented to prevent spam or to mitigate spam, at least. It sounds like that's the same principle at play here, as to prevent this.
What Bitcoin did for your money, Bitcoin is now going to do for your data and your identity with Web5.
Interesting. And again, because data and money are becoming unified in this
on-chain.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so then do you take this all the way to the extreme that all data flowing across the internet will be in this paradigm, this Web5 paradigm?
That's something I can't know for sure.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Because the moment that someone is told, hey, run this Bitcoin node and receive payments for routing traffic from point A to point B, I think the same thing that happened with Bitcoin mining will take place.
All right.
Right? People said, oh, if I plug in a computer, I get paid. Yes. Yes. 2 computers, 4 computers, please. I need as many computers in as many places as possible.
Does every internet connected device then start to participate in this?
This is the grand vision for Web5. It's why it will be so attractive to even big tech. If they had the ability to make money off of our data before, these devices are even more invasive. They're even more granular, right? You're living in a panopticon of data and surveillance. And so that's one of the reasons why we need Web5. We need Web5 so that we can take ownership of our data and have privacy and security once again, because slowly we've been losing that thanks to the internet. I mean, people take photos of everything they eat. Hey, I mean, like, we literally are putting everything that we have out there in public, and we're signing user agreements, which are contracts. If you say yes to a user agreement, that is a contract between you and a third party. That is not just a, for legal purposes. That is literally saying you can sell who I am and I get nothing, right? We're being robbed, essentially, because that is our data. At least if we were being paid for it, it could be somewhat justifiable. But I haven't met anyone yet who's gotten a paycheck from their data, unless it's been on a platform that, again, they don't own. X, Twitter, stuff like that.
Yeah, someone posted recently, I think it was an Adobe user agreement.
Yeah.
And obviously many people use PDF at least. And apparently Adobe in the user agreement, it said they had an unrestricted, all time ownership agreement over all data that was ever touched a PDF, basically. And it's like, wow, that seems like a kind of a rich benefit for just letting me handle a document. You know, it's like, can't the service just let me handle the damn document without taking everything that's in every document that I've ever used?
Yeah, and in the internet, your data is gold. If you want to talk about the currency of the internet, it's data, right? So merging Bitcoin with your data is just an obvious next step because it's already valuable.
Yeah.
So our vision is in the future, everyone will use products that are open source. And we're working on a software stack that allows you to collect your data, all your metadata. The AI will show you where you've been all day and all the data points and what you've done that day. You get to edit what it is that you don't want the world knowing. And then once it's packaged, you get to sell at auction this verifiable data, this data that has value added to it, because AI is also about to run out of data. Now, what I mean by that is we've been feeding AI Wikipedia. We've been feeding it all the data from all of our social media. And little by little, people are taking away that data from the training models through copyright infringement laws and DCMA requests, things of that nature. And so we're losing the amount of data that AI is training on. At the same time, AI is about to hit a brick wall as far as data that's had access to from the past for like all of these different types of platforms. Like once it's consumed all the data on the internet, that's it. The only data that's left is what you and I create today. So our data, which was already valuable, is now about to explode in value thanks to AI training. It needs more data. It needs more data than we're currently creating today, which is going to force these companies to find new inventive ways to take our data. And if we can secure it, package it, and then sell it or keep it private, if we want to do that, that to me sounds like the best scenario moving forward.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, click here to find more just like it, and here to find our most recent episode. Also, make sure to like this video to help shine light on the corruption of money, and be sure to subscribe to this channel to stay connected.